friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. Today's video is a very large birthday book haul. Okay, so this is not all birthday related things, but a lot of it is birthday related. And yeah, it's kind of a lot of books, things that people kindly gifted to me, things that I got with gift cards that I got for my birthday, stuff from my family, stuff from some of you guys. I have them in giant stacks right below me because I did my thumbnail right before this. So we're just gonna start at the top and work our way down. Here we go. First up, I got a very, very sweet gift from my friend and patron, Beth. She is Belle Reads Books on Instagram, if you want to follow her. She got me this like pretty gift bag from Amazon, and she got me this gorgeous edition of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This is the Penguin Vitae edition. Thank you so, so much, Beth. I love it. This is one of my favorite classic books that I've read over the years. And you know, I always want more pretty editions. Adding this to my Penguin Vitae collection, I love it. Thank you. Next, again, this is gonna be kind of random in terms of order. So it's gonna be a mix of like things that were gifted to me, things I bought, things that were sent to me from publishers. I'm literally just going like down the line. So next I have 3 books that were sent to me from Harlequin for promotion on Instagram. So thank you so much to them. 2 of them are part of their Desire line and one of them is a Harlequin Presents. First we have Second Chance Love Song by Jessica Lemon. This is a One Who Got Away with a country music star. We have The Last Little Secret by Zarida. Love the cover, it looks awesome. Is she willing to risk it all for one more night with the boss? So interesting. And then finally we have Playboy's I Do Deal by Tara Pammy. This looks great too. A convenient offer from the stowaway on his yacht. So somebody is running away from a forced marriage. That sounds like a lot of fun. So thank you so much to Harlequin for those. I will have pictures going up on Instagram. Next, I've got a birthday gift from my friend Mara over at Books Like Whoa. She sent me 2 more Nora Roberts books, which is exciting. I think she was surprised how much I enjoyed the one that she sent me for our book swap, our like TBR swap thing. So she sent me 2 more she thought I would like. We have Whiskey Beach, and I know she has little notes. I don't remember if she put something on here. So this one has some really good small town Lenora vibes, and I think this is where they go together. I'm not really sure. The Witness, which has, she said, has a heroine she thinks I'll like, or maybe they're reversed. I don't know, but either way, happy to have 2 new Nora Roberts to check out. Thank you, Mara. I did really enjoy the one that I read from her. It was like slow paced and cozy, and I liked the heroine and the plot, so hopefully these will be fun. Then a couple of romances that I bought myself. I have Taking on the Billionaire by Robin Covington. This is the first book in the series that we read for the Indigenous Romance Read-Along last month. I decided to get the first book because I really enjoyed the second one that we read so much, so I now have that. And this is the heroine from book 2's older brother getting together with someone. And then a book I got after hearing Mara talk about it because I had store credit. There are several of these that I got for store credit because I like sold some books back to my local indie and got store credit for them and bought books. Anyway, so this was one of them. I picked up Highland Treasure by Lindsay Sands, which is a historical romance. I've read 1 book from Lindsay Sands so far and I really enjoyed it. Based on Mara's review and some other people's, this sounded like one that would be like an easy win. A couple books that I bought because they were super on sale and ones that I was interested in. One that I kind of got actually for my oldest kid, but I'm interested in reading it this too, is Love, Sugar, Magic, A Dash of Trouble by Anna Mariano. I've heard really fantastic things about this. It's a middle grade story about a Latinx young girl with a little bit of magic to it. I've heard fantastic things, and it was on sale at an indie bookstore for like $4, so I picked that up. I also think my 7-year-old would probably be into that. And then another thing that I found super on sale was Trickster's Queen by Tamora Pierce. I'm kind of collecting some of these books. I love Tamora Pierce and I don't own a lot of her books and I would like to go back and reread more of them. One of my pre-orders this month is something that I picked up really more for my kids. This is Stamped for Kids, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibermex Kendi. They now have a chapter book version. We have all the versions. And this one has some pictures. It's written to be accessible for younger kids, which I think is exciting. So this is another one that I'm hoping to read with my 7-year-old. Another pre-order that came in this month is the Women of Brewster Place by Gloria Naylor. This is another one of those Penguin Vitae books. This is a modern classic. I don't actually remember a ton about it, but I remember I looked it up and it sounded really interesting, like something I would like, so adding that to my Penguin Vitae collection. Then part 1, somewhere in these stacks is part 2, so we'll get there eventually, but part 1 of a birthday present from a friend and patron. This is Isabella from the Feminist Bookworm on Instagram. She sent me The Low Low Woods, which is a graphic novel by Carmen Maria Machado, Danny and Tamara Bonvillain. I love Carmen Maria Machado. It's like a horror graphic novel that I had been really interested in. So thank you so much, Isabella. I'm excited to have that. And somewhere in the stack is another book that she sent me, so I will let you know when we get there. One of the books that I picked up using gift cards was House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. I feel like this has been all over BookTube lately. Everyone's been reading it and it's been on my radar for a while, and I was like, you know what? I really would like this. It was also super on sale, and like, I don't know. I feel like maybe this fall I will try to tackle this. It would be like a good horror read for fall. So I picked this up. Then a book that was unexpectedly sent to me from a publisher, which I was really happy to have, and I'm hoping to read this really soon. I have Illusionary by Zarida Cordova. This is the sequel to Incendiary, a YA fantasy series. I really enjoy Zarida Cordova's work, and I liked book 1 in the series, so sometime soon, hopefully by the end of the month, actually, I'm planning to read this, so you may see this in my monthly wrap-up. Then last month, I finally read The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I did really like it and decided I wanted to continue on with the series, so I have Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, and Edge Dancer. And I think one of these I bought using store credit, and one of them I think I just picked this up because I knew I wanted to continue with the series, but we've got some more Brandon Sanderson to add to the shelves, and I'm planning to continue on with this series. Next, I have a book that I got for the Blades and Bodice Rippers book club. We have Year One by Nora Roberts. I think this is one of her fantasy books, and this was Mara's pick for one of the forthcoming months of book club. Then for my birthday, my husband got me a couple of books from my wish list. He got me The Female Man by Joanna Russ. This is a classic of feminist science fiction that I'm interested in reading, and it's nice because I also actually have plans to read this fall anyway, for a podcast episode I'm going to be on, which should be fun. And then he also got me The Goblin Emperor by Katherine Addison, which works out very well because this is also going to be a Blades and Bodice Rippers book club pick, so that's exciting. This came out quite a while ago, but we're just now about to get a sequel published this summer, and I've heard good things about it. It's an adult fantasy book, and Leanna picked it for, I think, September, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you so much to my husband. Got those for my birthday. Next, I have a couple other books that were sent to me for review. One is Fugitive Telemetry by Martha Wells. This is the latest Murderbot book. I love Murderbot, and so when Tor.com reached out, I was like, yes, please send it to me. And they sent me a finished copy, which is awesome because I was probably gonna buy it anyway. I have read this, I loved it, and I talked about it in my mid-month wrap-up, so already read that. And then an indie author. Had to change out my battery, so if things look slightly different, that's probably why. But let's keep going. I told you it was a lot. I told you it was a lot of books. I have a book for review from an indie author. This is Bloody Spade by Brittany M. Willows. She had reached out to me about reviewing this, and I'm going to be reviewing it, I think, later this summer, in a few months. But it looks really cool. This is like queer, dark fantasy that I feel like maybe has a sci-fi twist to it, but don't quote me on that. It says, a girl full of heart, a thief touched by darkness, a boy with a fiery temper, an unwitting servant of evil. The era of magic was once thought to be a myth, but after their reemergence ushered forces both dark and light into the mundane world, it has since become a harsh reality. Now, those affected by this strange power, a specialized group of empowered called Jokers, known collectively as card play, must protect their world from the darkness that threatens to consume it, etc. So this sounded really cool. Thank you so much to Brittany for sending this to me. If you guys are interested, go check it out. I think it is available now, and I will be reviewing it in the coming months. So I have to say, it was really nice for my birthday this year. People mostly either got me books or got me gift cards to buy books, which is part of why I have so many, because I had like extra money available to get things. A couple of that I picked up at my local indie bookstore are Hot and Badgered by Shelley Lawrenston. One of you guys at some point in the past recommended this to me and said it was really funny. It's a shifter romance that apparently is hilarious. So it's been kind of like in the back of my head for a while. So when I saw a used copy at the bookstore, I thought I would pick it up. And then I also got a paperback copy of Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. This has won a ton of awards. I've heard really good things about it, and I actually really like the new cover, to be honest, better than the original. So I decided to grab this, and I didn't realize how short it was. A book that is supposed to be pretty intense, but very good, written by a non-binary author, and people always say there's twists that they can't tell you about, so I don't know. So 2 other books I got at my local indie. Another indie bookstore purchase that is one I had been wanting to pick up is Tales from the Hinderland by Melissa Albert. This is a collection of short stories from the world of Hazelwood. I really loved the Hazelwood. I didn't love the second book in the series, but I thought the best part of the second book was the fairy tales that she wrote for it. So I'd been wanting this. It's like this beautiful illustrated edition. Then another thing I sort of picked up because of Mara was Pride and Passion by Nora Roberts. This was super on sale, and it's a bind up of 2 of her earliest books, one of which I think Mara's doing a read along with or something this summer, so I thought I would grab that. It's a couple of romances. Then another follow-up to the Indigenous romance read along, I decided to grab Lovesick Braves by Pamela Sanderson. This is the second book in the Crooked Rock series that we read book 1 for our inaugural month of reading Indigenous romance authors. And I really liked the first book. I want to continue on, so I got book 2. One of my anticipated books of the year with one of my favorite covers of the year finally came out. So I have Son of the Storm by Suyi Davies Okunbowa. I think this is like an African-inspired fantasy. It's a debut novel. The cover is stunning, and I've been hearing some good things so far, so I'm really excited to have that. Then I finally reached the other book that Isabella sent me for my birthday. This is The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. This is the 10th anniversary edition, so it's been out for 10 years now. It's become kind of a seminal work in talking about structural racism in America. The subtitle of it is Mass Incarceration in the Age of Color Blindness. It's one that has been on my wish list for a while. I've really been wanting to read it, so thank you so much, Isabella. I read the first Bridgerton book last year and really liked it, and had been wanting to continue on with the series, but I didn't like the original covers. People have mixed feelings on this, but I didn't love the original covers, and so I was waiting because I was hoping with the popularity of the Netflix show that we would get new editions. And I was right, we are getting those. So I picked up 2 of them. We have an offer from a gentleman and The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn in these nice big trade paperback editions. Hoping to continue on with that series. A book that I read as an advance copy, absolutely loved, and purchased a finished copy of is In the Ravenous Dark by Anne Strickland. I pre-ordered this. I talked about this in more depth in my mid-month wrap-up, which I'll link up above if you want to check it out, but this is among my favorite YA books that I've read this year. It's about a pansexual blood mage who has to make a deal with an undead spirit to start a revolution among the living and the dead. It is dark and bloody and kind of edgy for YA, and I loved it. Then, more things I got with gift cards. I finally picked up a copy of Dead Voices by Katherine Arden. I had been meaning to read this for so long. I read Small Spaces, which is the first book in her middle grade horror series. This is book 2. Book 3 is coming out in a couple of months, and yeah, I really love Katherine Arden's writing. I want to continue on. I also, because it went super on sale, and I didn't actually realize it was going to be a hardcover, so it was very cheap. It was like $8, I think. But this is How the Dukes Stole Christmas, a collection of holiday romance stories by Tessa Dare, Sarah McLean, Sophie Jordan, and Joanna Shoup, which is quite the lineup. Yay. I know it's early for holiday romances, but I am ready, guys. A couple of birthday splurges that I got partly because I'm about to start a read-along of the series. I already had this edition of book 1, but I got the next 2 gorgeous illustrated 25th anniversary editions of these books by Robin Hobb. This is Royal Assassin and Assassin's Quest. Myself and Ashley from Bookish Muggs, and I don't know if anyone else is joining us, but we are starting in June, going to be doing a read-along during the summer of this trilogy, which I'm very excited for, and these editions are beautiful. They have like gorgeous artwork in them, so it was a little bit of a splurge, but again, I had birthday money, and so I treated myself to those. Then with an Amazon gift card my parents sent me, I got myself something that I've been wanting for like 2 years, but haven't quite been able to justify because I already have have a lot of copies of these books, but I got the boxed set of the Witchland series by Susan Dennard. This is one of my favorite YA fantasy series. I haven't talked about these much recently because I've read them multiple times and I'm kind of waiting for the next book to come out, but I've been wanting them because they did new covers and they're so pretty, and I own several copies of all of these, but you know, so they did new covers for Truth Witch and Wind Witch. I have the original US covers, I have the UK hardcovers. This is one of like a handful of series that I collect multiple editions of, but I didn't have the boxed set yet, and it was on sale. It was like half off the usual price, so add to my Witchlands collection. We're getting there, guys. We actually don't have that many more books to talk about. So the next thing is like an entire series of books that I got on eBay for pretty cheap, actually, considering these are all hardcovers. I didn't spend very much on them, and I have reasons for buying them that will get announced at some point later in the year, but hold up. Here we go. Oh my God. Okay, so, these are all Sword of Truth books by Terry Goodkind. They are almost all hardcovers. I think I have one in paperback, but mostly hardcovers. Some of them are first editions. They're all in great condition. And I think I spent like around $60 on all of them. So I have a podcast episode that I did with Leanna from Leanna's Library about this series, because we are both kind of like fans, but it's one that people love to hate. So you can check out my podcast, which is linked down below if you're interested. But if you watch her channel, you know that she recently also hauled most of these books, plus I'm only missing like 2 that I'll need at some point, but we have plans, so stay tuned. Hey, we're almost there. We're doing great. Next, I have this really cool book that Quirk Books sent me. This is a children's book, and my kids are really into it. I think it's so fun. This is Little Kid, Big City, London. It is a children's choose-your-own-adventure nonfiction book about London, and it's so awesome, and my kids are really into it. So it's cool. It follows this family. We're losing things. All right. It follows this family that goes to London, and it'll tell you about different places, and then you can pick where to next. So like, where to next? Fill your belly with yummy foods? Turn to page 6. Climb to the top of a famous dome? Turn to page 8. So it's really cool. The entire book is like that, and you can read it multiple times and learn about different places in London, which I just think is so awesome, and my kids think it's fun, so I'll let them like take turns getting to pick what we do next, and they're really into it. Thank you to Quirk Books. I love it. Okay, last splurge because of store credit. I had quite a bit of store credit, and I decided to get this beautiful bind up of the first several volumes of Monstrous. So this is book 1. I really, really love Monstrous. It's a fantastic graphic novel. The artwork is gorgeous, and the storytelling is so good. The world building is so good. I mean, like, the art is just so pretty, and yeah, so I love it. I'm not caught up on all of the books in the series, so I need to at some point catch up, but I'm very happy to have this. 2 more things. One is I was unexpectedly sent this really cool box that I didn't know I was going to be getting from Entangled Publishing, Entangled Teen. And this is for Ember of Night, which I had not actually heard about before I got the box in the mail, but I thought I would share because it's kind of cool. So this is a new book coming out from Molly E. Lee. I think it might even be a debut. And it came with some fun stuff. There is a little bracelet. It had a card with it at one point. A wish only needs a spark to come alive. So it's with like volcanic rock. Has something to do with the book. It also came with a candle inspired by the main character. It smells kind of like soap, like soapy, if that makes sense. There's a bookmark, and then there is a Demon Smoke bath bomb. Let's see if we can open this. Okay. So then it came with there was like a Demon Smoke bath bomb. I love a bath bomb, so that's fun. And then lastly, there was an advanced copy of the book. It is, I guess, available now. It went on sale May 4th. It's called Ember of Night. It says it's perfect for fans of Cassandra Clare, Michelle Hodkin, and Becca Fitzpatrick. Some days are hell, some days hell finds you. I think it's got like romance and it's got demons or something. I don't know, what does it say? Pulse-pounding romance, epic world building, and plenty of twists and turns. So yeah, it sounds cool. Thank you so much to Entangled for sending that along. I wasn't expecting it. And then lastly, for this very, very large book haul that I now have to figure out where I'm gonna put all of the damn books I got. Oh my gosh. It's fine. I'll figure it out. It'll all be fine. I know we're also in front of like a new area, so if you know, you get to see some of my other bookshelves that you don't get to usually see. But I have my Book of the Month box. This is not sponsored. I am just a fan of Book of the Month. I subscribe to them. It is $15 a month for a new release, sometimes pre-release, hardcover, including shipping. I like that I can skip if I'm not into any of the books. It's $10 for an add-on, and because I've been a member for a while, I get a free birthday book. So I have 2 add-ons, one that I bought and one that was my free birthday add-on. So I'll show you what I got. Okay, so my pick this month was Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang. This sounded really interesting. It's kind of like almost like a sci-fi dystopian thriller type thing about women and imposter syndrome in like corporate world, something like that. I don't know. It sounded very interesting, so I got that. I also picked up Last Summer at the Golden Hotel by Elisa Friedland, and this basically sounds kind of like Dirty Dancing. I feel like if you like Dirty Dancing, you'd probably be into this. Following a Jewish family at a summer resort, and there's romance or something. And then lastly, I got The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes by Shio Axelrod. This is a debut romance involving like the Philadelphia indie music scene and fame. Something, I don't know, it looked cool. So, whew, there you go. Those are all of the books that I've gotten in the month of May. It is a lot, like stuff that was sent to me, things that were gifted to me. Thank you so much to everybody who sent me amazing gifts. Oh, I should show you, because I got 2 non-book gifts as well. Hold on, I'll show you. All right, they are still bookish. So first, my friend Leanna sent me this really cool tote bag with The Sword of Truth from the Sword of Truth series, which I love. And I've actually gotten compliments using this out and about, which is fun. Then my friend Amanda from The Naughty Librarian sent me this amazing blanket. I don't know if I'll be able to show it all on camera, we'll see. Okay, so here's the blanket. It says Gothic romance novel. Like, how awesome is that? I love it. The girl kind of reminds me of the girl from like Mexican Gothic. It's awesome. So thank you so much to Amanda and Leanna as well. And thank you to everybody for all of your birthday wishes. It's been a really great month. I do need to figure out where I'm going to put all of the books, but it's been fun. A lot of exciting things. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts or feelings on anything I talked about in this video. And for your question of the day, tell me what you like to get for your birthday, or like if you get money for your birthday, what do you use it for? Clearly I mostly use it to buy books. So there you go. Talk to me in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and if you want to support the work of the channel and feel so inclined, you can check out the Patreon link down below or check out channel memberships. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.